Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about an article that appeared last month, initially on Metafilter, and it was spoken about a number of different places. It was written by a woman who was a former conservative American and moved to Canada. And after having moved to Canada, discovered that she was now going to be part of the Canadian Universal Healthcare System, much to her horror. And discovered after she got pregnant that the system wasn't quite what she had been told it was. In fact, not only was it providing her with the health care that she wanted, but it was providing her with far better health care that she needed than the system that she had experienced back in America. And upon her first visit to the midwife, there was a wall of pamphlets up there with all kinds of information available. And there's a line in that particular paragraph which I think is very telling. So when I went to my first midwife appointment and sat in the waiting room looking at the wall of informational pamphlets, I never went to the doctor growing up. We didn't have health insurance. Now remember, the United States is arguably the most powerful nation on earth. Arguably the most powerful nation that has ever existed on earth. And yet, this woman growing up in the most powerful, affluent, wealthy nation that has ever existed didn't have health care coverage when she was a child. That's a moral abomination. That is something that every American politician, Republican, Democrat, Tea Party, Libertarian, doesn't matter what, Green, I don't care what party you are a member of, you should hang your head in shame and weep and beg the American people for forgiveness. That you allowed us to arrive at this place. It sickens me, and I mean that word in the literal and figurative sense. Because our stance on healthcare insurance, on covering people's basic human needs, is killing us to the tune of 18,000 Americans a year. And the current Republican plan would leave 30 million Americans uncovered, whereas those 30 million Americans would receive coverage under the current Affordable Care Act, Affordable Care Act, if it's allowed to go through its full implementation stages. And we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know who's going to be president next November. But we need to divorce ourselves from the concept that healthcare is a commodity that should be used to make money, when it is a basic human right. Something that all of us need, so that all of us can live our full lives. So this one conservative woman saw the light. Congratulations, I'm glad for you. Now, I would love to know, what will it take for every other person in America to receive that same experience? What will it take for every American politician to wake up and realize that human lives are worth far more than some corporations' profits?